Hey y'all, what's going on? This is Jesse Bose from the 19th hole. We've got the rookie playthrough here for you all today. This is going to be the tournament wins for the qualification round of the rookie division. Here you're going to see me play hole 1 through 9 from my rookie account. We're going to talk about the different ways to play the hole, club, ball selection, and then also elevation changes that you will see during your qualification round. Using this video, hopefully you will be able to kind of give yourself kind of a guide to how to play this course, and then hopefully from there you can make the tweaks necessary to improve your game to the point of hopefully finishing in that top 3 on the weekend. So I'll go ahead and get started here. Hole number 1, just a second. Alright, so we got hole number 1 here, par 5. As far as the driver goes, I like the extra mile. You could also use a quarterback here as well. For my second club, going with the Viper or the Sniper are definitely the two options that I would say. And elevation is plus 10% on the first and second shot. So that's the elevation that I would be looking at for this hole. As far as the ball goes, Quasar and the Navigator are two good balls for this hole. So for our first shot here with the extra mile, we're playing with the Quasar ball. We're going to go with 2 top spin and 1 left spin. Basically, we're just trying to get our shot over this rough line and then up the fairway. 4.7 wind with 10% adjustment will be 2.1 rings, so we're going to adjust 2.1 rings here for this shot. And we just want to hit something around perfect, and that will get us started in the right direction. Basically, you want to just make sure that you have your drive safely up the fairway and in position for your second shot, either with the Viper or Sniper if you do have the Sniper leveled up a little bit. So for our second shot here with the Viper, we're playing at a plus 10%. You know, you can either play it with the Viper or the Sniper. The Sniper is going to have a much better ball guide, but as you can see, you know, not too bad here with the Viper either. We're going to play 3 bars of backspin here on this shot, and we're just going to line this shot up as best as we can with the hole. We're not going to play any kind of spin. We're just going to try to play this shot as directly at the hole as possible. 1.9 is going to be our max adjustment at plus 10%. And then we just try to hit perfect and see what we have here. From here, we can kind of make adjustments as far as spin goes and also, alright, so we don't need to make any adjustments for this shot. We got the albatross the first exact time. If you go back and watch the shot, the ball guide was lined up just slightly to the right side of the hole. If you do have more backspin on your shot, I would go with a little bit more backspin. That shot came in a little bit hot, so you know, my only options for that shot would be to use more backspin or you know, initially line my shot up a little bit farther back from the hole. In my opinion, you know, whatever works works. If you can get the shot to drop with the 3 backspin, then definitely go for it like I did. And hopefully it's something that you'll be able to replicate. That was plus 10% on that shot with the Viper. So catch you all on hole number 2. Alright, got hole number 2 here, par 4. I'm playing this one with a quarterback and the Viper. Plus 10% off the tee box. We're going to be playing this one with a katana ball. Using a katana ball will give you the option to play to the left or to the right for your second shot. So basically, you know, it's a pretty straight forward drive. We're going to go with 1.5 top spin. I'll go 2 top spin, max right spin. We're going to aim this shot with the white ring just cutting the edge of the rough line right there. We'll play 1-to-1 ring adjustment here. And then we're going to play this shot with just like a tiny bit of curl. Just like tiny baby curl here. And that will great proof us to the left or to the right side on this drive. Sets us up perfectly for our second shot. So for our second shot here with the Viper, you have options. You can go straight over the bunker, or you can go to the left of the bunker and use right spin. We're going to play our shot right over the bunker. And we're going to play 2 bars of backspin here. This is probably the least amount of backspin I would use on this shot. And we're going to play it right there along that, right there at that right edge of that green line right there. So 3.9 10%. It's going to be 2.3 rings of adjustment for this shot. You definitely want to hit perfect for this shot. And let's see how this one comes in at 2 bars of backspin. Looks good. And money time. We got the eagle. So I like to aim that shot, like I said, to the right side of that green square. I think that's the great offset. And then also 2 bars of backspin for that shot. Alright, we got hole number 3 here, par 3, aka the Billy Goat Bluff. So we're going to look here at rough bump possibilities and also a guardian shot off the bottom fairway section. I think the guardian shot is going to be the best way to approach this hole, but we're going to look and see what the possible quarterback rough bump shows as well. Plus 30% is going to be your elevation change here for the rookie. So that's the rough bump possibility, which doesn't look too bad, actually, you know. Definitely a possibility there. We're going to be playing the guardian shot, though, here for my shot. So max backspin, max left spin. And then we're going to adjust our 2.8 max, which is going to be 2.1. And then we're going to come in with it's a good amount of curl here, which is basically max curl, with the guardian, which is a half a ball of curl. So let's see how this one comes in. Pretty darn close right there. Almost got the ace. You know, that one seems to be the consistent play on this hole. I would say that the rough bump may offer maybe a slight better chance of the ace, but in my honest opinion, if you can get a shot that close, you know, every time with the guardian, I think I would be very inclined to stick with the guardian shot for that hole. This is going to be a hole that will catch people off guard, whether it be going through the green or short and being in the bunker. This is not a hole that you want to mess up on, and it's definitely a hole that could definitely cause some problems like that right there for my opponent. Definitely not a second shot that I would want. So we're going to take our birdie here. We're going to kick it in, get the birdie, and we're going to move on to the next hole. Maybe if I play another rookie account, I'll look at the rough bump and add that into the video as well. We'll have to wait and see. Alright, so we got hole 4 here next. This is a par 4. 2 things I want to look at here. I want to look at the play to the right side with the quarterback, see if we have a chance to try to possibly jump over the water. If not, you know, we're going to play up safe to the right-hand side and play for a second shot with our thorn, hopefully. So with the right to left tailwind, I think playing it to that left side and trying to curl it is just no bueno. Just because I don't believe, you know, most people playing in the rookie are going to have the drivers with the curl capabilities to make that shot into a headwind. You know, if it was facing left to right, it'd been completely a different story. I think into the left-hand side would have been a great play with like a quarterback or something. But with the wind that it's playing, I think the shot that you just saw my opponent take is going to be our best option. I did put a tighten in just so we can see what this looks like. And, you know, possibly, I just don't think that the, you know, the curl amount is enough. So we're going to play this one just safely here for now, and then we can also always make changes if we need to make a change here and try something else. So plus 10%, we'll play this one 1-to-1 pretty much, just play it over here safely and play for our second shot into the green here for this playthrough. But definitely keep in the back of your mind, possibilities are there for a possible skip shot with the quarterback. If I get a chance to play on a different account in rookie, I will definitely explore that shot a little bit more. Alright, so for our second shot here, we're going to be playing this at a plus 15%, right at maximum thorn, that looks like, is going to be our play, and 1.3 rings. So we're just going to take, go to about 2 backspin here, and try to line this shot up as best as we can with the hole. Try to get a nice roll in here. This is a tough shot to make. So 2.2, 1.3 rings here for this adjustment. Plus 15%. We hit perfect. So let's see what this one comes in like. And we drop it. Drop it like it's hot, baby. So plus 15% is definitely correct. 2 backspin. Drop that edge of the ball guide about 1.5 to 2 squares short of the hole, and let that one roll in silky smooth. Get you the eagle and move on. Alright, so we got hole number 5 here, par 3. And we're going to be playing this one with the Goliath. We're going to play it with the Quasar. You could also use a katana ball on this hole as well. We're playing a plus 10% for our elevation change. Max left spin. We're not going to use any kind of top spin or back spin at all. And then we are going to use pretty much full amount of our curl to the left-hand side. We're going to see what our opponent does here. He's going in with, with a Titan ball and putting way too much backspin on this shot. This ball is going to be very short of the green, and it may not even hit the green. It may end up in the rough of the bunker. He didn't use any curl either, and he made it to the fringe and rolled on, so at least he'll have a putt for his birdie. But you really want to use the back slope of this green to your advantage. So 2.9 with plus 10%. And let's see, I thought I had... There it is, the Goliath. So max left spin, no top spin. We're going to play this shot 1.4 rings. And then we are going to use a max amount of curl on this shot. Hit great to the right. Hopefully that curl amount is still going to be save us and be okay. And, you know, the great right definitely cost us a little bit on that shot. With a perfect shot, we would have been a little bit more on a straight line to that back edge of the green and had a much straighter roll towards the hole if we had not hit that great right. So hopefully you all can hit the perfect shot. I liked the curl amount. I liked the setup of that shot. The only thing I didn't like was the great right. I think with the perfect, we would have had, like I said, a much straighter line to the back edge of that green and a much nicer roll to the hole. So hopefully you all can get the perfect. And all right, so we got the hole 5, par 3. We're going to look at a rough bump here with the Goliath, and just wanted to kind of scope this out, see what the possibilities were for this shot. I do like the shot off the island, so if you're comfortable with that, then, you know, don't pay attention to this. But, you know, if this is something that you kind of wondered about, then here we go. So I got the Quasar ball in here. We'll play a plus 10%. We're going with about 1.5 top spin, max left spin with the Quasar ball. And as you can see, you know, we're aiming that ball guide about halfway up onto that slope. 2.1 wind is going to be my max adjustment here for this shot. And we let it go. We hit perfect, and you're going to see it comes in with a really nice roll. And we just barely missed the ace, so it's definitely a very possible ace attempt there with the rough bump in the rookie. And you know, you probably need to have the Goliath for sure, but definitely a possibility. So moving on to the next hole. Alright, we got hole number 6. This one is a par 5. I'm going at this one with the extra mile. For my secondary club, I have the big dog, but you could possibly use the Viper as well, depending on your positioning of your drive off the tee box. Plus 10% and Titan ball is what we'll be using for this hole. Alright, so for our shot here, we got 4.5 wind, which is going to be 2.1 ring adjustment. We're going to go max top spin, and we're going to go with max left spin as well, just because of this left to right wind we have coming in here. Double bounce here is what we're playing. And I think I'm actually going to go a little bit less left spin than I initially at first thought about going. So we're going to play it just like that, 2.1 rings, and then try to hit the perfect shot. Hit the perfect shot, so this one should be a nice double bounce to the next fairway. There's 1 and 2 bounces perfectly executed, and we're in good position. Now, if you could take a shot like that, then you could start thinking about playing with like a Viper or a Sniper even, but I do have the big dog in for this next shot just to make sure I had what it takes to get to the green for this, this video. Alright, so for the second shot here, I'm playing a plus 20%. We are playing with the big dog, as I said earlier. And you're going to be playing anywhere from 1 to 3 bars of topspin, depending on where you're located here on this shot. I'm going to go with 2 bars of topspin here, and 2 bars of right spin. Looks like that should be a good amount. So 3.9 is 2 rings. Playing just max adjustment here. And depending on what we do here with this 2 bars of topspin, we can either take or add to this number depending on the results here. Looks like it's coming in a little bit hot. Yep. So if I had to play it over again, we would try maybe 1.5 bars of topspin. So basically what you need to do is you go back and look at my drive yardage. And then from that drive yardage, you can associate, well, at that drive he had 2 bars of topspin and he went too far past. So if you hit a drive similar to the one I used, then you could say, well, Jesse did 2 bars of topspin and was too hot, so I'll do 1.5 bars of topspin like that, and you try it that way. If you're too hot still, then you decrease it a little bit more at a time. So that's the way you will dial in a shot. So hopefully you all learn a little bit about this hole and can work on dialing it in and hopefully getting that roll out for sure. We'll catch you all on the next hole. Alright, so we got hole number 7 here. This one's a par 3. I'm playing it with the Viper. You could also play it with a Sniper. Plus 15% will be your elevation change. You can go with a Quasar ball or Katana ball. The only thing that will change depending on what ball you use will be the amount of curl that you add into the shot. So we're going to play this with the Quasar. 2.8. We're going to play the shot right off here, off this front little area. We're going max right spin, and we're going to go 4 bars of backspin. We'll go 3.5 backspin. At least 3 is what you want on this shot. And we're going to make our adjustment. We'll play about mid here, so we'll go 1.5 rings of adjustment. And we're going to play about half a ball of curl here. See what this one does. Coming in. And not too bad right there. Perfect length on that shot. I think we just went a tad too much on that curl. So I would just lighten up on that curl just like a smidgen. Just a tiny little bit. And I think that's a shot that you can definitely dial in for yourselves with the Viper. Like I said, if you do have the Sniper, a little bit higher level, you know, that's definitely going to be the better option because it's going to give you more of the ball guide to use. And if you are playing with the Katana ball, that's going to give you more side spin to use so that you will not really even need to use the curl in the shot. With the Quasar ball, you know, you don't have quite the same amount of side spin as you do with the Katana ball, so you still do need to add and factor in a little bit of curl for the shot. But with the Katana ball, you got more side spin, so there's really less need for the curl with that left to right, you know, wind already helping you out a little bit. So, all right, y'all, good luck. Hole 7 again, par 3. Catch you all on hole 8. We're going to try this one pretty much the same as we did the previous time, except we're going to go with a little bit less right curl this time, and see if maybe we can, you know, dial this one in just a little bit better. Maybe give ourselves a little bit better look at that ace. So plus 15% here with the Viper. I do have the Quasar ball in for this one. 5.1 wind. And we're going to play this one pretty much at mid. We're going to go with 3.5 backspin here this time. And we're going to put the back right edge of that red line right up there against the rough as a starting point. We went with mid adjustment at plus 15%. And as you see, we went it back to just with the right edge of the ball, just past the right edge of that circle line. And as you see, we came a lot closer this time to getting the ace. So I think if we have the right edge of our circle in line with the right edge of that ball, I think that's the perfect amount. Alright, hole number 8 here, par 4. Extra mile for your driver, and then I like the Goliath for my second shot. We're going to be looking at the rough bump here for this hole. So Quasar ball, Katana ball are your options. I'll be using the Quasar ball here, plus 10% for my drive elevation with the extra mile and power 1 ball. So for this drive here, we got 3.6 tailwind, which is a nice tailwind to have. We're going to play with 4 bars of topspin here. Well, we're going to go 3.5 topspin here, and no side spin whatsoever. The shot's going to take us up to right about there anyway. So we're just going to play a regular shot here without any kind of anything. We'll put a little bit of right curl on it just to kind of balance out that right to left wind, but this one right here should put us up quite nicely. And 3.5 topspin, as you can see, is plenty safe to not be threatening that edge of that rough. In fact, you could go 4 topspin on that drive without any overpower and be quite okay. And that's with the level 5 extra mile. So just keep in mind, the closer you land up to the edge of that first fairway, the less topspin you want to use, scaling down from 4 bars of topspin. So anything around level 5 or 4 topspin will be okay. You start going up from there, then you want to start scaling down that topspin. So for the second shot here, we're going with the Goliath rough bump. We'll be playing 0% elevation for this shot. And as you can see, we're going to play this about mid. We're going to play about mid adjustment. And let's see, we got 3, 4, 5, 6. We're going to go 5.5 bars of topspin here. It plays kind of tricky. So we'll play 1.3 rings. It looks like the topspin will roll way through, but I don't think it will. Hit perfect. And it did not. So one thing that we failed to do on that shot was, after we made our adjustment, we did not push up a little bit. So when you adjust down elevation wise, then you got to compensate by pushing up your rings a little bit, kind of like when you adjust down into a bunker. You know, we always say push forward a little bit. It's going to be the same way here for this shot. Now, I think we could be okay by not pushing back up if you added a little bit extra topspin. I think 1 extra bar of topspin for that shot would have been like money in the bank. But if you don't want to risk extra topspin, then play it the way I did. But then I would just push up about 1/2 of a ring after you make your adjustment, and you should be okay. So that would be the only thing that I would change as to the way I played this hole this time. So, alright, one last hole left, hole number 9, and then we're finished. Alright, I got hole number 9 here, par 5. I'm going to show you all how to play this one to the left side. I do believe playing to the right side is the best way to play it. But, you know, options are always great, especially if you don't feel comfortable playing that that quarterback curl shot. So we're going to show you how to play it to the left-hand way as well. Power 3 ball. We're going to go with minus 20% off the tee box. So 1.1 is going to be our adjustment. We're going to go full right spin and top spin as well. We're going to put our orange ring halfway into the rough, and we're going to make our adjustment 1.1 rings. We're going to use full right curl and no overpower here. Just hit it as it goes. We want to try to tug this right hand side and roll as far down as we can down this fairway. As you can see, we have a good line to completely miss that rough to the left, and that'll set us up for a nice second shot right there. The key to that shot is to staying along the right side of that fairway, not using overpower. If you use overpower and you don't use the correct elevation change, that's when your ball may roll more towards the left center area of that fairway and then possibly roll into that middle rough section on that left. So that's what we do not want to do. So for the second shot here, we're playing a skip shot. As you see, we could go way up there, but we're not going to. We're going to choose to play this about mid. We're going to play with 2 top spin here. Or we'll go 2.5 top spin here, 1 left spin, and see how that plays. So the adjustment is going to be 1.1 rings. And just need to hit this one perfect. Ooh, we hit it great right. We're going to be very close to the edge of that bunker. Okay, we still made it. And it's going to roll us up there in a decent spot for a chip. So we could have gone a little bit more topspin. I would say somewhere between 3 to 4 bars of topspin for that shot. Would have been fine. And definitely, you know, an interesting way to play this hole. I still like playing it to the right better. But as you can see, playing it to the left can still put you in a decent position. A little more topspin and a perfect hit will still put you on the green in the rookie with the big dog. And as you can see here, you know, this is what the chip looks like. You have a straight right to left tailwind. We'll just kind of straighten the ball guide out a little bit with that left spin, and just find that spot right there. And you gotta hit it perfect here, which we do, and drop it for the eagle. Alright, I got hole number 9 here. This is the last and final hole. This is a par 5. We're going to be playing a shot to the right hand side with a quarterback and a katana ball. If you want to use a Titan or even a Kingmaker ball, this would be a hole to use those on, but we're going to hopefully be able to get this shot off with without having to dip down into our power 3 balls. I would like to just use a katana ball here. The goal for the shot is to get ourselves to that 3rd fairway, or that 2nd fairway, and get ourselves in position to trying out a Viper shot towards the hole for a possible albatross. The other option to play on this hole will be playing to the left side. I would play that shot with the extra mile, and I would play that shot with a minus 20% elevation change for the first shot, and then your second shot on the left-hand side would be with the big dog, and that would be a plus 40% elevation change. Hopefully everything works out here to the right side, and we don't have to worry about that left side, because playing to the left side gives you no chance at the albatross. So let's see what we have here. My opponent tried the same shot we're trying, except he tried it with the extra mile. So let's see what we have looking at here with our quarterback. So we have 4.1 wind. So we'll go full top, full left spin. We're looking to land our shot right about up in here. So we're going to go with the blue ring just off the edge of the rough line. We're going to go full left curl, and just a little bit over power, not too much. And let's see what this one does. Looks like it's coming in nice, and we'll definitely take that. The shot would have made it without any overpower, so if that's something you're worry about using overpower with that type of shot, it looks like you can make it quite easily without the overpower. That was a quarterback level 7 and 3 bars of topspin, so the katana worked out quite well with the full left spin and the 3 topspin. I use a little bit of overpower, but we definitely see that that's not completely necessary. So for this next shot here, we'll play, let's see, we'll play a plus 5% here for this next shot. And we're going to play about mid distance here. We're going to play 2.5 backspin. Trying to just land this shot towards the hole here. Alright, so we'll play mid here. 2.2 is 1.1 rings. We just want to make sure we get this one over the bunker. And then after we find out that works, then we can, try to fine-tune it a little bit better towards the hole for possible albatross. We got pretty close to the albatross on our first attempt, so, definitely I think the correct adjustment is the 2 backspin. For sure. That looks like perfect speed ball-wise with that shot. And this is a hole that I never expected the rookie to have a really good chance at the albatross, but this is definitely a hole where rookies have a good chance at the albatross. So if you play it with that setup with the quarterback and the Viper, if you have a sniper, all the better. All the better for your shot. And definitely have a great chance to drop this one. So anyways, thank you all so much. This has been the rookie playthrough. Hopefully you all learned a thing or two, maybe possibly 3, and you enjoyed the video. Definitely, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe to the channel. Hit the thumbs up for the video. That definitely helps get the word out about the video. And then also set up your notifications so that you can be alerted when I do put out other content as well during the week. I do pro content and expert content as well. We forfeited several holes during this playthrough. We'll look at the scorecard really quickly here. We forfeited on 5 and also on 7. So we would have been up there with a much better score. We would have been up there with a 12, 14, 15 under, somewhere in there. It would have been 14 under. So definitely great way to start out the week. Hopefully you all can benefit from this and get those shots completely dialed in. Alright, take care. God bless. Check us out on Facebook at Golf Clash the 19th Hole. If you go to your search bar, you can type in Golf Clash the 19th Hole and find us. Definitely would love to see you there, become part of the family. Also check out my friend Gio Viviani as part of the Golf Clash channel, Golf Clash Italy. Him and his colleagues stream all different types of Golf Clash content throughout the divisions. And also make sure to check out Gio Viviani's spin on Road to Glory. He's got a great parody going there. Definitely check out some of his episodes. Have a great time. Lots of fun.